TC Spiritual Shepherd. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Today we are getting into the 7 things that I'm changing or I've changed within my life. Most of these things I've already incorporated into my lifestyle, but I want you guys to kind of at least heed a little bit of notice and maybe see how you might be able to adapt some of these types of things in your life so that it can help improve your life. Now, one thing about this too is that some of these are going to be controversial. Some of these things you've already studied, you already know are bad, that you already have within your lifestyle. But I want you guys to just heed my knowledge and my words for this. So if I'm looking over here, it's because I have like a set list, a set point list that you guys, that I'm going to go off of so you guys can get, the best quality content from me. So let's get into it, guys. So number 1 is sugar. So I've studied nutrition for a long period of time. I've been studying it since I was 16. I'm 29 now. I don't feel like I am 29 at all, specifically with some of these other things that I'm going to be getting into as well. But I want you guys to understand that sugar is a neurotoxin. It is a brain toxin. Neuro meaning brain. Neurology, the study of the brain, the study of the neurons within the brain. Your nervous system. So I want you guys to understand that it is a nervous system toxin. It's a neurotoxin. It's a neuron toxin. It's a neurotransmitter toxin. So if you've heard of any of these types of things, you are affecting and actually toxifying the brain, okay? And there is actually a study that sugar and cocaine, there was a complementary contrast, compare and contrast study of sugar and cocaine, and they have the same type of markers under an MRI. Okay, so one of the brain scans, one of the CAT scans or the brain scans that they were doing, the MRI brain scan, I want you guys to understand that it popped up the same exact places, the same types of locations within the brain. So that's a big thing for you guys to understand. Number 2, alcohol, also known as algouls. You guys have heard of Ra's al Ghul, right? Okay, so I'm not going to get all into that, but I want you to understand that how dark Ra's al Ghul was. That's exactly what alcohol is, or algouls are. Algouls mean ghosts. Algouls mean spirits. So ghouls and ghosts are the same thing. When you are sipping algouls or whatever like that, you are sipping spirits. That's why they call it spirits. They call it spirits. Jinn is a spirit. Djinn is a spirit. Check out Djinn. That's a spirit. It's a form of a spirit. Okay, and then I want you to look into other different types of things like this. Then they name them after dead people. A lot of people, like Saint Germain, they named him after a saint. They'll name him after a spirit. Different things like this: alcohol, coffee, and energy drinks. So coffee is under this as well. I've been notorious for drinking black coffee. I've already understood that mixing coffee and sugar, coffee and cream, coffee and all these other different types of things is actually really affecting the body at a level that you might not know. And it affects it very minusculely over a long period of time. So when you eliminate things like this, coffee, soda, energy drinks, alcohol, just do water and natural fruit juice if that's something that you guys like to do, depending on how advanced you are. But I want you to understand that coffee is an acidic drink. So it will actually take you out of alkalinity within the body, cellular alkalinity. And ultimately alkalinity is where alkaline and anabolic are the 2 greatest things that we could do within our body. Okay. So it kicks you out of that. Coffee kicks you out of that. Same with energy drinks, because it obviously has caffeine either from green tea or from the coffee bean, different types of things like this, depending on what energy drink or what Starbucks drink or what coffee or what soda or what zero drink you get or what alcohol you drink. Even like processed fruit juices, you should not be doing those types of things. Okay, number 3, I'm doing the elimination diet. It's called the carnivore diet. I'm leaning more towards the lion version of this diet, but I am obviously going to add a few different sporadic, versions of carnivore. But I want you guys to understand that veganism, I was a vegan for 5.5 years. If you're listening to this, I was a vegan for 5.5 years. And I've heard from Paul Saladino and other doctors, other MDs, other people who have gone seriously in the medical field, and they have realized, they've done different studies, is that when you go into veganism, that's actually a really good thing, because there's somebody in the world who doesn't even have intention for their nutrition. They don't have one intention for the nutrition. So it's very important that you've already gone vegan. That's fantastic. I was vegan for 5.5 years. I went down to 119 pounds. Okay. And I want you guys to understand that I lost a lot of muscle, as much as how lean I was and all this type of stuff. And then I transitioned. I did the anabolic diet, and I helped, do that. And I actually put on a lot of size, a lot of mass. But I want you to get that veganism is really the prerequisite to actually going into things like carnivore or things like the lion diet, because you have the intention of, I want to heal my body, I want to heal my bones, I want to heal my cells, I want to help the world, I want to be more sustainable, I want to be more connected to the earth, etc., etc., etc. So I want you to think of as the natives, or as like Avatar, or something like this, where it's not necessarily bad to consume meat. It's that we do it in a matter of there's a lot of different things, but I want you to, I'm not going to get all into that. That could be a whole nother video in and of itself. But I want you guys to understand that there are things that do happen to these animals and whatnot. Now, and it's also, two, I would say go more towards the grass-fed, go more towards the homegrown, go more towards organic grass-fed beef and stuff like this. But the cycle, the cycle of, it's bad that we are using factories and releasing CO2 into the air, and then there's no CO2 to, when cows are releasing CO2, they're actually transforming and building the atmosphere from that, because there's a correlation, there's an actual cycle that goes on. See, when we do it more towards, I guess you could say, the veganism, the factories, when people are eating Oreos and we're like, oh, let's eat some Oreos. Like, let's just get to the point, you should not be eating packaged food. That should be one on here too as well. We're gonna move on, but I want you guys to know that this is a series. So I'm gonna be going, these are some of the things that I'm gonna be doing within my year. So a lot of the things I'm doing within my year, a lot of things I'm just incorporating for my life, my lifestyle. But I'm starting generally in this year, like carnivore and other things. And as well too, I want to inspire people to realize that it's not that hard to actually transform your life. Number 4, smoking and vaping. So this one's going to be a little bit different. I have instead of smoking and vaping, I have incorporated meditation and breath work, because breath work is so that will get you that sort of high, that rush, that it will legit get you a rush, and that's the proper way to do breath work. I would say nasal breathing, nostril breathing is better than mouth breathing. There is a room and place for both. I do want you guys to understand, I used to be that I used to smoke cigarettes, chain smoke cigarettes. I wanted to be fucking cool. I wanted to be this cool person, whatever. And as well too, like, it's also like, it was rebellion. There's a lot of rebellion in it. It's like I'm rebelling against people that maybe might not understand me fully, might not want to get to understand me fully, might believe that they want me to believe what they want me to believe, rather than, be open-minded enough to receive my mindset and to receive my, like, am I crazy? I don't think so. The only thing I'm crazy about is transforming people's lives. So that's one big thing. Vaping, people who watch out from my work, you guys have seen me vape, or you guys have seen me smoke, or, all this type of stuff. I'm cutting the green, I'm cutting tobacco, I'm cutting vaping, any of these things, just getting rid of those types of things, because they are generally they're just toxin. They're just toxins. We understand that it's toxic. It's not supposed to be, in our bodies. It's not even supposed to generally be in our environments. I would say if you were to do it, it would be, native tobacco. If you were to do that, it would be native tobacco. It would be a 100% tobacco, homegrown, beautiful. You've done everything. I would be, that's fine. And also maybe like cigars. Let's talk about it. Okay, so instead of vaping, instead of smoking, I'm getting really into the meditation and the breath work. So breath work, will actually put you into the parasympathetic nervous system. It will help transform your life. It will transform your body. It will transform your cells, your aura, your auric field. I guarantee if you did 5 rounds of breath work, if you did 5 rounds of breath, here's some free knowledge. If you did 5 rounds of breath work, I can guarantee you that you will be in a different frequency vibration than if you didn't do that 5 rounds of breath work. 100%. If you did 10 minutes of meditation, I can guarantee you that you will be in a different set frequency vibration, maybe 20 minutes, because you have prolonged not meditating, not fasting, and not breathing for so long that it might take you a few rounds longer to get to set base. It's just like when people drink coffee. When you have been drinking coffee and you're a coffee addict, when you drink coffee, it puts you right back at baseline. Okay, so like if you're right here and your normalcy is right here, like your normal energy's right here. When you drink coffee, you create a negative. So when you have to drink coffee to get right back to your normalcy. That's why it's important to either, if you do consume coffee, just do black coffee every once in a while, random times. So that's a big thing that I've realized as well. It does provide a little bit of longevity benefits, specifically when you do black coffee, black cold brew, nitro cold brew coffee. That's the way I go. Okay, so number 5, negative environments. Instead of this, I'm going to be more in the home body. I'm going to be more in the internal, more of the envisionment, the enmissionment, which is you are focused on your mission. You're focused on your vision. You're focused on your internal environments. You're not necessarily always focused on the outer environment, negative environments all the time. You're not focused on the outer negative environment, was what I'm saying. There's obviously outer positive environments. Now, this is also implying that I was talking about this yesterday on my video, that have less so there was a study done that having more positivity and less negativity, which one do you think is more beneficial? To have less negativity is the answer. The less negative, so when you have less negative things around you, you already assume and imply that there is going to be obviously either neutral or positive things around you. So that is, and what I would say is do both. You do both. So you put in more positivity and you also release less negativity. You release that. You give that away. You don't need you're fine with having less negativity in your life and having more positivity in your life. So home body, staying home, investing into my home, investing into the home body, the home aura, the homeostasis, the home energy. When you are home, there's an energy than someone else's home. That's why you are gravitating towards, you know what, when we're at this event, when we're at this gathering, I want to go home because I want to feel like I could be truly who I am and not who I'm portraying myself as. And that's not me necessarily. I try to be myself as much as I possibly can to everybody. Now, is everybody going to be able to receive the full the truth of me? I don't know. That changes with environments, which is obviously releasing less negative environments, releasing that and having less negative environments in my life. I'm implying that I'm having more positive environments, people who resonate with me, people who actually truly follow my content. When people unfollow me, I'm actually very grateful because I'll have 10 more people who will follow me who are on my wavelength. Okay, I'm creating the audience. You guys understand this. Investing into relationships, investing into my animals, investing into my family, investing into my friends, investing into my business, investing into my mission and my vision for what I am truly creating, not just this year, but for a life. And I'm on my mission regardless if people want to try to steer me off or if people want to try to detour me or derail me or whatever, I'm still on my mission. Number 6, negative people, getting rid of negative people. A lot of times too, I've gotten into that minimalistic lifestyle, and this also comes with minimalistic as in I'm fine by myself, I'm an individual, I'm self-reliant, I am cultivating in my life. So there's this aspect of by you releasing people who are, still consuming tons of sugar, alcohol, coffee, energy drinks, people who are smoking, people who are vaping, people who are not meditating, they're doing the complete opposite. They're doing less positive things and more negative things when I'm doing less negative things and more positive things. See, that's a whole mirror. So, and a reversal mirror actually. Now, I want you guys to think too that I call them peephole, not people. peephole, because generally negative people, you can see through them. Peephole. You could see through negative people. Like, you could see through them. You could see who they're trying to portray, but they're not actually like real people. They're not cool people. Okay, so number 7, I'm not in grind mode. I'm not always speaking fast or in rush mode or in always trying to go supersonic fast. I am going supersonic fast because I'm not trying to go supersonic fast. I am evolving fast because I'm not trying to evolve fast. I am moving up quickly because I'm not trying to move up quickly. I do it. I do not try to do it. Smooth. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Okay, this is what the United States Marine Corps, Marine Scout Snipers would originally say. This is what I originally wanted to be. This is their big thing. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. The whole thing about this is when you go slow, you do it smoothly. Okay, you do it smoothie. Okay, you do it smoothie. When you go slow, you do it smoothie. And because it's a smoothie, it's done fast. You could drink it fast. I'm just kidding. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. When you do it slow, you do it smooth. When you do it smooth, you do it very quickly. You do it better than generally the competition, your old version, your old competition, your old ego. The only person you should be competing with is yourself. Like, generally, just compete with yourself. Just don't even really have they're competing with themselves. And the crazy part is there's 2 versions of competing with self. Okay, so the outer version where it's like they'll try to compete with other people. They'll try to compete with people that they want to be on the same level on, but inherently by saying that, they're implying that they're not on their level. Okay? Then there's the other one where they say, all right, I'm not going to care about what other people think. I'm not going to care about what other people are doing, even if I'm like jealous or envious. I think that that's actually like a thing that you are just saying that you don't have something. And there has to be what do I have? That's gratitude. When you're in gratitude, you can't feel jealous. When you're in gratitude, you can't feel angry. When you're in gratitude, you can't feel pissed off. When you're in gratitude, you can't be enraged. So being grateful ultimately and you be grateful for other people's wins. See, in this day and age, we are in very scarce mindsets, very scarce, arrogant mindsets, very like scarcity mindset vibes where people are like, oh, they have it, I don't. It's not like that. It's like, oh, they have it. Congrats that they have it. I'm super happy that they have it. Why am I super happy that they have it? Because I also know because they have it, I know that I can also have it. Okay, and I like what they have. That is the way that you can ultimately bring the abundance mindset into this type of stuff and not always being grind mode. Don't compare someone's chapter 15 to your chapter 5. Don't compare someone's, chapter 5 to your chapter 15. I know that sounds crazy, but like you have to kind of see like some people were born into like wealth. Some people are born into poverty and then they accumulate tons and tons of wealth. Some people there's still so much stuff that we must evolve in. Like just because I grew up this way or I grew up this way or I grew up this way does not mean that I don't have 50 things that I also need to build within my generational trauma, within my generational line to evolve so I can cultivate and be the best version. So when I have a kid, that kid does not have all the bullshit of alcohol, sugar, neurotoxins, coffee, energy drinks, smoking and vaping, and negative energy and negative environments and negative people and all this rush and all this rush hour vibration and drug use and all this stuff in their generational line. Because if they have that in their generational line, then that they would have to heal it. But if they don't have it and I've healed it, then they can actually have light in their DNA. They can have a cultivation of light within their DNA to where they are closer to the source. They have more communication with the source. They have more upcoming uploads from the source. Upcoming uploads. They load from God. They load from the sun. You could feel the emotions of the sun. That it's the warmth of the sun. So we're going to leave this one here, guys. These are the 7 things that I'm ultimately changing or I've changed within my lifestyle. This is a series, so I'm going to be getting very soon into my 2024, what I'm really going to be doing in my 2024, where I'm not going to be necessarily paying attention to all these other different types of things or this. And I'm obviously going to scale my business. So I'm scaling my business. I'll show you guys YouTube videos on that, getting into multiple streams of income, as well as not only that, but peaking my body lifestyle, changing, hundreds of people's of lives this year, maybe thousands of people's of lives this year. That's my goal. That's at least my goal. So I'm going to just go hard, wake up, conquer my AM ritual. And here's one last thing before I go. Check out everything in the description. You can check out my course, but I want you guys to understand that don't always go and try to rush a bunch of stuff, because I want you guys to understand that when you hold back, like when you just go and you chill out for a sec, you have all these things that just come to you, and then you could really create and release that into the ether and really help transform people. So that's pretty much it, guys. A lot of people were very, very rush in this day and age. So peace, much love. Talk to you guys soon. Stay focused for that 2024 video where I'm going to be getting into everything. It'll be a long video, probably be about 40 to 50 minutes. I want to do some long form content, some very, very long form content where I'm just talking with the audience. So peace, much love. Talk to you guys soon.